You can't make me learn if I'm not ready. For me to learn, I have to be ready first. Are you ready? Here are the top 10 life lessons that I learned from Buddha that people learn far too late. All Buddha teachings are based on the primary foundation that the desire is the cause of all suffering. And every practice or perspective of Buddhism helps us in transcending desire and hence transcending suffering. This leads us to number 1, transcending desire. The Buddha's philosophy offers us the middle way between the world of polarities. Rather than running towards happiness and away from the pain, we are asked to embrace both, and hence mark the end of endless running. Most people spend their entire lifetime chasing money, hating where they currently are, and hence, throughout their lifetime, they aren't truly happy. Even if they get what they initially wanted, they never stop and appreciate it, but rather move on to the next thing. And the cycle of the next thing continues. The desire doesn't get fulfilled, but rather grows. When we equate happiness with fulfilling desire, we will never be happy. Think about it for a second. You will find that everything that you require in life, all your basic needs, are already with you. Then what's stopping you from embracing it and being happy? Out of the desire for more, we never stop and appreciate simple pleasures of life. Calling out your mom, spending weekend with your family, going for a picnic with your kids. You know better than me. You're the master of your life. Number 2, being present in the moment. No, don't leave. You need to hear this. I already know this. It's boring. It's the trick of your mind. Suffering can't exist in present moment. Let us say you argued with your wife before leaving for work. While driving, you were angry and upset. You couldn't focus and you just got crashed into the footpath. While working, you couldn't focus. This ruined your entire day. What exactly ruined your entire day? Is that the event or the mental story about that event? The event might be just 10 minutes long, but your mental stories about that event played for entire day. Suffering cannot exist in the present moment because mental stories don't exist in the present moment. This is why I am emphasizing you to be present to such an extent. When you realize that holding on to the stories from the past or future creates suffering, you're free. Number 3, letting go of the reaction. Buddha invites us to let go of the automatic mind based reaction by choosing a response. In this way, we avoid suffering created by drama, as in above husband wife example. Accomplishing this is simple. We avoid all stories, everything that mind is saying, and rather direct our attention to the energy that we feel behind the reaction provoking circumstance. We stay with that energy with no conditions, no agendas, without manipulating it. At times we may find that the mind is again provoking the reaction, but as soon as we catch it, there we are, with that energy again. And lastly, we let go of any labels such as energy, emotion, it from that emotion. I am restricted by language here, but not you. Number 4, question everything. Speaking from personal experience, this teaching of Buddha is a revolution. I can't emphasize how much applying this one single quote transformed my life. Don't take anything for granted. be it your own beliefs or beliefs of other people. As A Course in Miracles say, all beliefs are ego-based. If any belief create pain or suffering, dive deep in it. You'll find that that belief isn't correct from universe's or from God's perspective. If someone, even your own mind, throws up a belief at you, don't let it land before questioning and observing the emotional undercurrent in it. If the emotional undercurrent is negative in nature, discard it right away. You don't have to entertain the beliefs that cause pain or suffering. What I did to liberate myself from the prison of my own mind was I started questioning my own beliefs, and the ones that did create suffering, I let go of them like a lion. Number 5, your present state is just an echo from the past and not a life sentence. Often in life, we feel as though our suffering, our present state of mind, the workplace we are in, the people we are around, our present state of emotions are all scripted and will never change till our death. But that's not true. They will change if you decide. They are just echoes from past that when you approach them with presence, you can let them go. That's how powerless echoes are. Without your attention, they are nothing, just a bunch of mind made illusions. You stop reacting to them and just let them be there. Number 6, Samudya. There's a cause of suffering. All suffering has a cause. Incorrect perception caused by resistance to feel pain. Suffering cannot exist independently of the cause. Knowledge about the cause of suffering, knowledge to end the cause of suffering, knowledge about the path to end of suffering. This is called right view in Buddhism. Number 7, I causes suffering. Let me explain with an example. There's a little mind-made Yash I carry throughout my life experience. He likes some things and dislikes others. He gets mad and wants to manipulate people and circumstances in accordance to what he wants. This I resists life and causes suffering. As the Buddhist society summarizes for us, there is a deeply rooted sense of I that we all have. Because of this, we are always struggling to get things that are pleasurable and avoid things that are painful to find ease, security, and generally manipulate people and situations to be the way I want them. And because the rest of the world does not necessarily fit in with the way I want, we often find ourselves cutting against the general flow of things and getting hurt and disappointed in the process. Suffering may be brought to an end by letting go of this strong sense of I so that we come into greater harmony with things in general. Number 8, right perception. Every time we criticize others, we should first see ourselves. Every time you're triggered, ask yourself, what's my version of that? Chances are it is present in you. The fact is, whenever you see an aspect of you that you have hated and abandoned in the external world, you get triggered. There are no exceptions to this rule. The world acts as a mirror that reflects all your flawed beliefs, flawed identities, your defense mechanisms, and your unintegrated past traumas. Why is it designed this way? To end your suffering. Whenever we exile anything in us, we create pain for that part of us. And since that is the part of us, an extension of our own consciousness, our child, we create pain for ourselves. Then the universe steps in, shows us that part of us so that we can reconcile it with unconditional love into ourselves, into the wholeness. Number 9, right livelihood. As the Buddha said, do not earn your living by harming others. Do not seek happiness by making others unhappy. No getting by taking, as getting by taking only manifests lack, and lack further manifests even more and more lack. I have to learn this the hard way. I have spent years taking everything I wanted from other people, and yet the more I took, the more I found myself drowning in the lack and desperation. My thirst only got temporarily over and bubbled back next time with even more intensity. Did I really had anything? No. Man, you see, this long-term satisfaction that we are after, giving unconditionally, is the only way of receiving it. Only giving unconditionally is receiving. That means the only way of receiving is to give unconditionally. Number 10. Impermanence. What breath meditation has taught me is nothing is permanent. You, the environment you are in, the earth, the galaxy, everything is in constant state of change. So if you hold on or resist anything in life, you suffer. All the wealth you have, all the stuffs that you have acquired, all the legacy you have built, even your own body will ultimately leave you. And hence, if you are attached to anything, it will cause pain. Life is almost like waves of ocean. We can neither resist nor hold on to it. The waves will eventually pass, and if we are attached to it, we suffer. Then the next set of waves will eventually come, and if we resist it, we suffer.